Good morning, fellow traders. Bob Litt here, and it's time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Monday, July the 27th, 2020. I hope everybody had a great night and a wonderful weekend. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. All right, let's check and see where we left off the market on Friday. So SPX monthly still green, trying to push into the weekly gap right here, but left with an upper shadow on Friday. We reviewed this in our newsletter this weekend, got pretty extensive on it. But again, the real body was below this red candle right here, so we need to make sure we can get above that. But the weekly chart is holding on, gave you a spinning top at the upper trend line right here, forming a quick trend box on that one. So it was relatively low volume on the SPY. Let's take a look at that real quick. Relatively, the volume decreased on it, so there was a chance for a reversal on that going into today. So we'll take a look at that when we go into the futures here this morning. So, yeah, actually, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the SPY and see how it's behaving here this morning. Here, give me 1 second. Let's get this pulled up here. Right, so yeah, so SPY is rebounding off of the levels since Friday. So let's see how that holds going in today. We do have some resistance areas here, and here. So we'll see how that goes going into the rest of the day. The S&P futures. Again, have given us some nice levels right here. We've got some signal zones above and below. Right now it is holding this geometric line going to the open, so let's see if we can get above these pivot levels here from Friday. Of course, we've got this drop-based drop zone right here, so we're going to see how that goes going into, if that holds as resistance going into today. But still up 16 points here. MES, again, same thing, right? We had a big geometric line down here on Friday. And let's see how this level holds going into the rest of the day today. So the big theme of the week and the last few weeks has been the divergences between the NASDAQ and the SPY. So here's the Qs. Again, a little extra strength on this one this morning. We've got Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Google all reporting this week. So there may be a bit of an earnings run, but also keep in mind we've got Fed week this week. So Wednesday is going to be a very interesting day with that. So that being said, the IWM has been kind of laggy with everything else. It's a little bit choppy this morning, but it is up. So let's see how that goes. Again, keep an eye on the banks too. That's going to be interesting to see how they behave on Wednesday going into the Fed. So Apple here this morning got a little bit of an upgrade. So had a decent buy the dip on Friday. So you can see here on the daily chart, right? It gave you a huge buy the dip right here, forming a big trend box as it finally broke down to this macro trend line. Let's say we have Tesla. So Tesla, possible doji sandwich down here this morning. It's actually the spread's all over the place this morning. So pretty choppy this morning, but really tight range on Friday, obviously with the doji. So let's see how that handles. If the market gets weak or if they really start to push this thing down, we could see a doji sandwich down. We get open gaps, and then we really want to see how we hold this upward trend line right here to see if that serves as support where they try to buy it, and then who knows, maybe it'll be added to the S&P 500 once it hits that trend line. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. Hasbro, guys, so toy company right here, had earnings this morning. A little bit of not a lot of pre-market activity right here, but I believe they did post a loss. So that's the only earnings one. Not really necessarily tradable, but it could be interesting to keep an eye on. Let's take a look at D-Dog. So D-Dog I believe had a downgrade this morning. It was maintained by price target raise. Okay, so just kind of chopping around right here. So keep an eye on D-Dog. It had an epic run up. Let's see if it can hold these levels right now. Now it's basically in its own massive trend box here this morning. So we've got that one. We've also got not too much on the earnings front, and I'm sorry, not much on the earnings front. Not too much on the upgrade front right here. But keep an eye on a couple names here today. Netflix is pretty interesting. It's up a few points this morning. I like how it bounced off of its macro trend line, which hopefully will appear here. How it bounced off its macro trend line with some decent volume on Friday. So see if that gets any follow through today. Intel got crushed on Friday with some good earnings, but it's down here with good earnings, but bad kind of outlook type stuff or bad technology, bad research and all that stuff. Anyway, so they're struggling. So that got flushed down. AMD got moved up. So keep an eye on Intel. They might try to buy the dip today. If not, look for watch your 30 orb today. See how they push that one. AMD again had a huge gap up right here. It's actually down a little bit pre-market. So keep an eye on this one, guys. This is kind of like the end of a big move, right? We had a couple big bars right here. This is a big one, and then a pullback, and then an up move. So I'm looking for a pullback on AMD. I just want to see what kind of retrace it gets going into today. So that could be interesting. Another one to keep on the radar as well is mRNA. So mRNA is gapping up pre-market right here. They're part of that, the whole fight to get the vaccine out there. And so this had a pretty good day on Friday, and it got a nice gap up today. So keep an eye on that one, but watch these recent levels. levels on it. And lastly, let's take a look at SPCE. So SPC was gapping up this morning, but it's pulled back a little bit. So again, just kind of keep an eye on it. It's had a nice breakout of this triangle right here, although it's been sloppy, but not too bad. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. So we might see a wave 5 up on this one heading into earnings. So definitely keep an eye on that one. So good stuff, guys. I hope everybody has an awesome trading day today. We'll catch you guys at the lunchtime market update, and stay healthy out there. And remember your risk first, and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you guys soon.